I'm Andy, and this is my intro to Daily Spins, a new series that I'm starting where I am going to attempt to actively listen to every single record that I own. For a little bit of context, I have roughly 1,500 records with me right now, and when I listen to these, I want to just listen to the music. So I'm making rules for myself: no phone, no computer, no screens, no distractions. I'm not going to do this listening while I'm reading a book or working on my computer. The activity is going to be listening. And the one thing I am excited to check out while I'm listening is whatever comes with the album. So I want to appreciate the jacket and the album art and read any of the liner notes or inserts that might come with an album, because I know there's things with a lot of the albums that I have that I probably haven't read, honestly. So I'm really excited to dig into that aspect as well. And it's just a way of me being able to appreciate what I already have more. The reason I'm kind of starting this, it's kind of for a few reasons. The main one is just that things are nuts right now. They're just nuts. And, you turn on your phone or look at social media and everything's just nuts. I'm a fan of empathy. Empathy is kind of my guiding light through life. Make your assumptions as you will based on that. I don't want to talk about what's nuts. I'm just saying it's nuts. And yeah, it can be really stressful. It's not great for mental health. Definitely not being, on something like social media all the time and consuming everything that comes our way. Maybe, yeah, some people might be handle it great. I guess I'm talking about myself here mainly. And listening to that or paying attention to that at the end of my day was just ruining the end of my day. And I really want to be more aware of my own mental health. And this is something that I think will really help improve my quality of life overall. I had a record store back in like 2010 for about 5 years. So that 2010, I guess 11 was like the middle chunk of it. And every night I'd go home with just like tuck a couple albums under my arm and go home and check them out. I had no internet at my house. I had no cell service. So that's what I did. It was either listen to music or play Skyrim or watch Andy Griffith reruns on VHS. So I mainly listened to music. And it was wonderful. At the time, I was consuming so much new music and becoming aware of so much more music. I mean, I was pretty young with the store, like 21, 22. And to top that off, I came from a hyper-conservative religious background where what I was allowed to listen to for about till I was 18 was severely limited. So even when I did get to a place where I could, start exploring music, I didn't really know how. I didn't know where to find it. I didn't know albums that I should listen to. I was a little lost. So anyway, I got a job at a record store and started managing it, and eventually got part of it. And it was kind of like a reverse role here. I feel like this day and age, if you as a customer walk into a record store, sometimes the employees can be intimidating. I think that's silly. I don't think you should be intimidated. They're there to help you in almost every case that I've ever experienced. But I also know that I've walked into record stores and been intimidated or been embarrassed to ask for something or. But for me, I was like the kid in the candy shop with my customers. So they would come in and I got to know them on a personal level, but I also got to know them on a musical taste level. I'd have the couple guys that would come in and they were just like always into the coolest metal. Like everything they listened to, I listened to it after they bought it and left, or they would just flat out tell me, hey, you should take this album and listen to it. They blow me away. Or I definitely had some of my buddies in jazz classes in college that would be like, oh, dude, you have to listen to this album. So I'd go to the store the next day and check out the albums, and that's how I learned about jazz. And so that's really how I learned about music, was interacting with the people in my record store, and they were the ones that were just enlightening me. I had the great fortune of having it all at my fingertips, but they were the guiding light. I cannot thank some of these people enough. They all hold a very dear place in my heart, and I still think about many of these people over a decade later every time I put on an album that they showed me. So that's kind of where I'm coming from. I have all these albums that I listen to constantly during the day, so I am spinning records. I'm spinning 10 to 15 records a day easily, but they're in the background. I'm playing tricycle with a 4-year-old and running back and forth or feeding the animals or something. The music's on, but I'm not actively engaging with it as much as I could be. So that's the plan, and I am going to attempt to listen to every record. I don't exactly know how it'll all work. This is certainly going to be a long process, and I'm not going to pretend I know exactly how I'm going to work through it all right now. I'm just going to figure it out as I go. This is mainly something for me, so I'm not too worried about it. If I change up something here or there, I don't think anybody's going to care, to be honest, but that's just what I'm planning to do, and I'm really excited about it, and I'm really going to try to do this 5 nights a week and do this for myself. And maybe along the way I can meet some new friends and you can show me some cool new music. Please, if something comes up, maybe you'll learn a new band from me that you like, but if there's something that pops up and I'm seeming to be into it and you have recommendations, I would absolutely love to hear them. That is like my favorite thing. So anyways, that's it. If you've made it this far, thanks for checking it out, and hopefully you enjoy the videos to come.